All right. Good morning. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome into the holiday edition here in the United States. It's Memorial Day today. So we're just popping in here for a little bit. I hope everyone's doing well. Let's see. Dwayne, welcome back. Let's see. Kyan, good to see him. Good to see you, my friend. Looks like you're off school for the day. And then if you are new to Dubb, if you could please put a one in the chat if you are new, two if you're returning, that would be great. That would be fantastic. Jai, Kyan, good to see you both. Happy Memorial Day. Let's see. Uriel, if I'm saying your name correctly, Uriel, is this your first time into Dub? You can unmute yourself if you'd like to say hello. If not, you could say hi in the chat if you'd like to. But always curious, what brings
What
you?
brings you?
Hello?
Hello. Hello. Can
Yes.
you hear?
Yes. Hi, Uriel. How are you?
Doing good. How are you, sir?
Good. What brings you into the training?
Well, I'm interested in your program. I was reading about it on the internet, and that's what jump in.
Great. What's your industry? What do you do?
I work in real estate. I'm an agent.
Okay. Perfect. What part of the world?
Florida, South Florida, Broward County,
Nice. Oh, nice. In the good county down there.
right next to Fort Lauderdale.
Very cool. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, we actually have quite a few real estate folks that use the platform, in other industries as well. Anything kind of, client facing, customer, building, trust building, all that great stuff. So, what we're going to do is cover the basics of the platform so you can kind of see, holistically what it does. And then we always mention in there, hey, if you're in real estate or your insurance, if you're check this out, do this. So definitely we'll have some real estate focused stuff as we kind of move our way through. And
Okay.
then, this recording will be on our YouTube support channel, typically by the end of the day. Because it is the holiday today, it might be tomorrow. But when it is on there, what people typically do is they come into the training and then they watch it back on the YouTube support channel. So I just dropped that link into the chat, and it's really just about taking the use case for each scenario. What tech is the best for that? So we're going to kind of walk our way through that. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Great. Wonderful to meet you.
Nice meeting you too.
Okay. Kyan, yeah, I saw in the chat you're on summer break. That's fantastic, Kyan. And just start enjoying your summer in the right way. There we go. It's perfect. Okay, so let me share my screen and let's run through the basics. So Uriel, particularly with yourself since you're new, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat as we go along.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. All right, so let me share my screen here, and here we go. All right. So when you have a Dubb account and you're logged in, this is where it's going to take you inside the actual Dubb dashboard, right inside here. Now, if you need some help, down over here to the bottom left, there is our intercom system right here. You can open it up. You can ask the AI a question or a human being on the team. And you can also search in here with some keywords, desktop app, Chrome extension, email, CRM, whatever you have a question on, and usually an article and a video will come up as well. So pretty good thorough area to get help. You can also email support@dubb.com. We also recently added Auto over here to the right. Auto is your guide within the dashboard. So when you open this up here, you can we have some FAQs. What is Dubb and how does it work? You can ask the AI a question, and Auto will give you the answer, and typically have some links at the end of that answer. If you need to check out further information, see how it explains Dubb right here, and then as it continues to unfold, at the bottom you have some help links right down here at the bottom. So we recently added Auto. This is kind of a soft launch. We have some other tech coming out in a webinar coming up another month or two. But this is Auto, and you can close it just by clicking the little icon there, and it sits right up next to the picture over here to the right, right there called Auto. Training wise, you're in the live training obviously here today, but we also have under training this link right here, and this is to our Dubb Academy. And this is filled with a lot of videos in order in terms of how to use Dubb. And you can see all the different titles in here and how to use it, just like this. This is a nice place to go and learn. And then if you are a partner, a Dubb partner, that means that you've already created your referral link right here. And what you would have done is clicked apply now, creates a referral link, and we do a 30% recurring commission on anyone that subscribes to Dubb. And then if that person goes and gets someone else to come in, it's an additional 10%. So a 30 and 10 two layers is what we do. And we're big on support. So if you ever have a group of people together that are interested in Dubb, let us know. We can always come in and pitch for you as far as that. Okay, so recording videos. When we record a Dubb video, it's going to be an animated video GIF preview of what we've recorded. So basically, when you hit record, the first 3 seconds is going to repeat like a loop. So we want to make those first 3 seconds as interesting as we can. So in these examples that I'm going to show you right now, this is a video that was recorded with the basic website recorder inside of the Dubb platform on the desktop. And I'm using the Dubb mobile app on my phone. I have it on my phone, the Dubb mobile app. It has a digital whiteboard function. And all I'm doing is bringing this up into frame. The reason I'm moving it into frame is because it's an animated GIF. So we want to have some movement to it. The reason the person's name is on there is because this is a great way one-to-one to make an impact. This has done a great job since the beginning. If you're doing one-to-many instead of one-to-one, you can have a phrase or a question or a statement on the Dubb mobile app digital whiteboard that the entire group can relate to that you're reaching out. So it's all about giving some context and having a visually interesting way for someone to see something like this. You also can do something like this. If you're reaching out to someone, maybe in C-suite or coaching and consulting, people's profiles work great with the virtual background. And this is recorded from the same webcam recorder inside of the Dubb platform that you just saw with me holding up the phone. Now, you can also do this from a real estate perspective, just like this. You can put a property behind you. Maybe someone is interested in a listing, and then right away, boom, you can respond with the image behind you as you reach out. You also can technically put a property address on there if you want to. So it doesn't have to be just a name. It could be a listing someone's interested in any other industry, mortgage, insurance, coaching. What's that interesting phrase that someone is interested in or question? That really helps break through the noise of all the regular junk that's out there. You also can do something like this. This is a screen recording with the Dubb Chrome extension, which is a browser-based screen recorder where you can share any website you want. It's all within the browser. So it can be an article like it is here, a real estate market update, which is great. A lot of agents do that. You also can do an article within your industry. You can do a company website, anything that, again, gives proper context to what you are sharing that's browser based. And notice how I'm the same shape as the title here. I'm right next to it. I'm pointing. This is a nice animated GIF. We also have this, the Dubb desktop app, which is like the next level of screen recording. So the Chrome extension that you just saw was browser based. The desktop app flies over the top of everything. So you can do screen recordings of Canvas slides, videos, documents, listing agreements for real estate. If you want to go over a listing agreement with a contract, you can totally do that. So there's a lot of options with the desktop app that goes above and beyond the browser-based Chrome extension. And then we also have this right here. This is our mobile app. And a lot of real estate folks like this because property walkthroughs. So instead of just showing what's in front of you, why not use the picture-in-picture function where you can walk someone through and talk about the property, which is really a pretty neat visual trick that a lot of people like using. If you're not in real estate, you can still use picture-in-picture. Maybe you're going for a walk, you're giving a piece of advice, maybe you're walking around the office, maybe you're showing a product, maybe you're showing something on your computer that's interesting, you want to show it in a different visual way. This is a nice way to do it. But the whole idea, no matter which style you decide to do, depending on the use case, when you send someone a video like this, they're going to click on the animated GIF and they're going to be brought to a customized landing page that we call a preset. It's going to have your logo, it's going to have the video you created, and it's going to have playlist videos. They're going to play right after the video that is played here. The advantage of having a playlist is that it gives more information, but also it enables you to not have to repeat yourself 10,000 times about what you do and what your product and services are. You can record a video one time about what you do, a minute or less, and have it play right after this initial video that you've created. Because the first video should really be about that person or that group of people that you're reaching out to. And that way, you don't have to repeat yourself all the time because a video about you is going to play right after it very seamlessly. It will run into the next video. And then below here, you have your call to action buttons, your CTAs. What would you like someone to do after they've consumed the content? Do you want them to book a time in your calendar? Do you want them to download a document, a listing agreement, a contract? Do you want them to fill out a form? Do you want them to email you back? Do you want them to visit your website, check out more properties if you're in real estate? Or, you have a ton of options down here. I would just say I wouldn't have too many buttons. Three is probably pretty good. Left to right in terms of order of importance. Sometimes people have one button when they want them to do one thing. Now, there is a button down here that's really powerful, and it's the reply with video button, this one right in the middle. Because you'll notice in the playlist, I have Dubb Testimonials at the end. This is a really nice way to get video testimonials from your happy clients. Just send them a video and have that reply with video button below. Hit record and say, "Hey, this is Rob. Listen, thank you so much for using the Dubb platform. It would mean the world to us to get a video testimonial from you. All you have to do is click the reply with video button below. You don't have to download anything. Just allow camera and mic access and let me know what have you enjoyed about the platform." Or whatever questions you would normally ask, they send the video back to you, and then you get a notification in your video library that says, "Hey, you got a video reply." And then you can make it right down here part of your playlist. This combination is a very strong combo. Video one-to-one or video one-to-many, followed by a video you record one time about what you do, followed by video testimonials. The last part of this page is right over here to the right, and this is called SIA. This is our AI sales assistant. So what happens is when you send someone a video and they click on it, maybe they have questions that they want to have answered right away before they take this next action. So you can have up to 20 FAQs. You can ask the AI a question. And when you do say, "What is Dubb?" Dubb is going to respond and say, "Hey, if you give me your email, I can get things moving a little quicker." The reason SIA can collect email is because if someone bounces out of the conversation, you can follow up with them. But SIA can also push for whatever you want to have happen next. So you notice here, SIA gives an answer, but then says, "Are you ready to book a time with Rob?" So it's constantly pushing forward. Now we have a whole training on SIA. SIA is basically educated with website links. SIA can physically learn what's in text on those pages. And then you also can upload things into a PDF. So SIA becomes very educated on what you do. So it's all about someone getting a video, seeing the animated GIF, they click on it, and they're brought to the customized landing page. Now, the preset landing pages should speak to certain parts of your audience. So if you are in real estate and you represent buyers and sellers, then you want to have a separate landing page for buyers and a separate landing page for sellers. FSBOs, expireds. So that's how you want to break that up because when you have specific landing pages that speak to certain parts of your audiences, it feels like you're talking directly to them. Same thing with any other industry. Recruitment, employers, candidates. Coaching and consulting, different industries. So mortgage, insurance, they all have different breakdowns. So you want to have a landing page that speaks to certain parts of your audience. And we help you set that stuff up when you're on a paid plan. Now, all of this is tracked as well. So when you send someone a video, you're going to know, did they open the email? Did they click on any buttons? Did they watch the video? And if they did watch the video, what's the watch rate? 5, 10, 100%? What is it? Because that really helps shape your follow-up. Now, how do we record something like this or something like this? This is done right from the Dubb dashboard, right inside here. Go to the top, click on your red camera icon. This is going to open up your camera. And if you want the virtual background behind you, just go below, select virtual background, scroll down, go to your photos, and then basically upload any screenshots that you have. And then it creates a little library like this. And again, we know profiles work great, properties in real estate, company websites, articles that you want to share. Any of this makes a huge difference in terms of giving someone the visual they need to have the context they want. Now, when you record a video like this, you want to make sure you have good front light. I have a couple ring lights. You can use some natural light if it's on the front of you. You want to make sure that you keep your arms within your shoulders if you're using a virtual background because it gets kind of soupy if you get out here. You want to stay within this region right in here when you're doing your movement. You also want to have your edge blur down. So right down here to the right, see where it says edge blur? I'm kind of moving it up and down. The higher it goes, the more ghosty I look. The lower it goes, the better density I have. So that's what you want to use for that. And also, just as a general best practice, it's nice when you don't have stuff behind you, objects to kind of mess with the virtual background. Now, if you want to do the phone that we saw with the name or statement for the group, get the Dubb mobile app on your phone. And when you have the Dubb mobile app, here it is right here. You're going to select this button right up here at the top, that little square button. Select that there, and that opens up a typing area. And then you're going to type the person's name, or the statement that you want to make to the group or the question and just turn it. And it's just like this. Now, on this recording, you also have some options here. Down over here to the bottom, you can zoom, you can back up. You also have a teleprompter. We have across all the tech teleprompters. Click up here. You can go to create a script, or you can pull up a script that you already have saved. I can even search for a script by name if I want to. There's my script. Here is the speed right here. I can adjust it up or down. This is the play button. See if you like the speed. This is going to back your text off. This is going to zoom your text in. And to close it, you would just hit this little button right there. Now, if I was going to do a quick video, this is what it would look like. I'm going to hit record and I'm going to do this. Hi, Rob. This is Rob from Dubb. We are the sales operating system. We use video, automation, and contact management to create connections, conversations, and conversions. And I can hit the pause button right down here at the bottom if I want to stop the recording. I can click it again to keep going. I also can click the delete button. It'll always ask you, are you sure? And then also I can hit the check mark right here if I want to save it into the Dubb platform. So in this case, I'm going to save it. I'm going to click the check mark and it's going to save this video inside the Dubb platform into our video library. Now, once it's saved in here, now we're on the video edit page where we can do a number of things. But first, I'm going to show you how we can easily share this. Let's say we want to send this by email. We can come right over here, open up a compose. Best practice, you always want to have the word video in the subject line. Really helps with the open rates. And you want some text in here in terms of why someone should watch it. Now, how do you drop this in? Come right back over here and click the share and send button, this big blue button. Select it right there. You can put the email in to get that tracking we talked about, right? Are they clicking on it? Are they opening it? Are they watching it? Also, you can add a little personalization text. Click copy for email, come over here, and it's just a copy and paste, which drops it in just like that. Now, you can also drop a video in with the shortcut. What's the shortcut? The shortcut is right down here. See the little Dubb symbol down here at the bottom? The reason this integration is right here with Gmail or on the side with Outlook, it's off in add-ins. The reason this button shows up is because up here at the top is the Dubb Chrome extension. This is the screen recorder that I showed you earlier when we showed the market update. This is you being a bubble on the screen on a website. So when you have the Dubb Chrome extension, this little button is going to show up down here. So when you click this, it's going to open up the Chrome extension recorder. I'm going to turn my camera off and see how I'm scrolling through my library down over here to the bottom right. I just find the video that I want, click advanced options, again, put the email in for the tracking, add a little personalization text if I want to, and then just click insert video and it pops it in just like that. And that's a video I recorded with the Chrome extension, screen recorder. And that's how easy it is to drop it in. Now, if you want to record a video like you're seeing right now, this one right here, where I'm on the page, I'm a square, I'm a circle, I'm on a website, this is how you would do that. So if we come over here, this is a housing market and real estate. Or if I wanted to reach out to someone on LinkedIn like this, the Dubb Chrome extension is good for this. So we're going to click the button up here at the top. This is the Dubb Chrome extension. I have it logged in and pinned. I'm going to select it. It's going to open up and it's going to put me on the page physically. There I am right there. Now we want to match the feel of this page. I'm going to change my shape to a square because, a house is a square. I'm going to adjust my size. I don't want to go too big because I'm covering all the information. I'm probably going to go about this size here, and I'm going to put myself right in between the house and the title. So this is a nice animated GIF that someone's going to see right now, right? I'm right in the middle. I also can zoom myself in right in here. I can back myself off a little bit. I can move myself up, down, side to side within here. I also can jump to full screen when I want to make a point and go back to the page. I also have an annotation tool, which I'm going to show you in a bit, that you can use to underline and point things out. I also have the ability over here to the right to turn my webcam off. So if I know the client and I don't need to make a first impression, I can just do an audio walk through the page if I wanted to. I also can do my profile picture if I want. But I think when you initially meet someone, it's great to be live. I also can put a virtual background behind me, just like you saw earlier, right inside this square. I can do that as well. We also have a teleprompter. Like we said, we have teleprompters across all our recording tech. So I can come in here, find a script. I can adjust the sides like this, like that. And I also can physically move this wherever I want to move it to. And I'm going to put it towards the camera at the top. Now, a reminder with the Dubb Chrome extension, because it is browser based, you can't hide the teleprompter like that. You can't go full screen because see how it hides it? You can't get to it. You got to leave a little bit of space so you can tap this to bring it forward when you want to use it. So when I hit record, tap it, bring it forward, and you're able to use it. Now, there are three orientations to record with Chrome. The first one is screen, right over here. Screen means when I hit record, it's going to show my entire computer screen, everything, which means it will show my teleprompter. So if I'm going to go full screen, I'd rather use the desktop app, which I'll show you right after this, because the teleprompter does not show. Camera over here opens up kind of like a webcam. I personally like tab, the middle one, because the teleprompter does not show when you're using it, does not show. Only you can see it. And it's a nice clean cut of the page. You don't have any of the open tab mess I have at the top, which works perfectly. So this is the setup. This is what this looks like. Now, if we take this example and we jump over here to LinkedIn and say, okay, I want to use the Chrome to reach out on LinkedIn. How do I do that? You open up the Chrome extension like we just did. I'm going to immediately change my shape, right? Because Ruben's in a circle. I'm going to be in a circle. I'm going to adjust my size just slightly. And I'm going to put myself right next to Ruben. I'm going to hit record over here to the right, start recording. I'm going to choose my tab. There it is. And I'm going to click share. And now it's going to start recording. Hey, Ruben, this is Rob. Saw your profile over here on LinkedIn, and I thought I should reach out because I wanted to point some things out that I think are really important. Check this out. So I did my whole wave and my point. That's my 3 second repeating GIF. And then I jumped to full screen. You can jump to full screen in a couple ways. One is going to be at the bottom on the control bar at the bottom. It says expand webcam. Click that button, jumps you here. Click this button to go back. Or you can hover over the circle, double click, double click. Now, you can also physically move around, talk, move, be very organic. You also can hit the pause button right down here at the bottom. So if you want to stop the recording, you have the ability to do that, then get yourself set up in the next spot, and then click resume below. You also have the annotation tool right here to point things out. So if I want to come over here and say, hey, Ruben, you wrote a book. This is really exciting. I can do some text on screen. If you want to point some things out, you can put things in order. You can underline, you can circle. All of these annotations that you use are also going to stay sticky. So if I continue down the page, they are not going to follow me. They're going to stay right where they're supposed to stay. And then when I'm ready to save this video into Dubb, it's the check mark right down here at the bottom, and that's going to save it into the Dubb platform. Just like we did earlier when we recorded on the webcam, it saves it into Dubb. Now, there's another kind of screen recorder that we use that's similar to the Chrome extension, but also very different at the same time. So let's look at the desktop app now, and I'll show you the differences and the similarities. So desktop app, we're going to open up our quick view menu here. Here it is. We're going to click record screen. And when we click this here, I'm going to show you similarities first between the Chrome extension and the desktop app. And then I'm going to show you the differences. So first, similarities. Webcam, same thing. You can do all the same stuff you just saw in the Chrome extension you can do here. The annotation tool, same one, right over here. You can do everything you need to do right over here. Now, the teleprompter is similar and different. Similar in the fact that you can move it anywhere you want, but different in the fact that it will not show up in your recording. So when you click in here, well, because the Chrome extension shows up when it's screen only. So if you want to go full screen, use the desktop app. You also can do this. So when you find the script that you want, notice that this is called auto track. This is voice recognition. When I hit record and I say, hi, this is Rob from Dubb, it's going to start moving because I'm reading the script. It's also going to go at my pace. So you have that as an option on the desktop app called auto track. The other teleprompters that you just saw, the website one and the Chrome extension, are auto scroll. They're a speed that you choose. So this one's a little different. Now, if you do want auto scroll, Excuse me. All you have to do is click auto track closed, and now you have auto scroll. See how it goes between 1 and 10, just like this? So if you do want that option, you have it available. Now here's some other major differences. Right here, the red slash through this square right down here. If I was to hit record right now with the record button over here, it would record my entire computer screen, desktop screen. If I get rid of this red slash by clicking on it, now I have a drop down of choices. This is the orientation of the border of what you're going to record. So right now it's 16 by 9 landscape for YouTube. I can put this over anything I want and it's in the proper YouTube ratio. I can also go 9 by 16 and do a social media video right from my desktop in the proper 9 by 16 format. So whether it's Instagram Reels, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, whatever it is, you're in the proper format right from here. You don't even have to go on your phone. You also can select custom. Custom means you can crop around anything that you want to crop around. Whether it's a website, a document, a contract, a Canvas slide, whatever it is, you have total freedom in terms of what you can really focus on. The last part of this major difference is the recording. I'm going to click the record button right now, and this is what it would look like. So here I am recording. I can pause and resume this recording if I want to, just like the others. But when you click the check mark down here on the control bar, normally within Dubb, a check mark means saving it into the platform. Not in this case. When you select the check mark here, what it means is you've just recorded a physical clip. And the clip is going to be combined with other clips at the end of this to make one video. So the Chrome extension you saw prior to this was one video you pause and resume. The desktop app records in clips that you're going to merge into one video at the end. The advantage to clip recording is you can drag and drop videos from your computer right into the story. And any video you save into Dubb, it has an MP4 version you can download, and then you can make part of this story. So the first one I recorded was a screen recording, that first clip. Now, if I want to keep recording clips, how do I continue? Down here at the bottom left, you have three creative icon choices. The one all the way to the left that I'm over right now says record screen video. That's what I just did. So if I want to go right back there and keep recording, I'm going to click record screen video. It's going to take me right back to where I was. I'm going to hit record again. And now I'm just recording a second clip. That's all I'm doing. This is the second clip in a number of clips I'm going to record. Hit the save button. And now I can physically move these clips in any order that I want. I also can download or delete each individual clip if I want to do that as well. The middle icon down at the bottom left is the webcam. So I'm going to click that one now, and now this is a totally different visual. Maybe this is my opening, maybe this is my closing, maybe this is me just making a point about something. I'm going to hit the save, and there is that one. It looks like I'm saying, hey, stop, stop. And then the last one down over here to the bottom left is Dubb Narrator. The narrator option gives you the ability to play a pre-recorded video inside of the bubble. So like we saw before, when you hit record screen, I'm live in the bubble. I'm hitting record at the same time I'm in the bubble, I'm talking. Same thing with the Chrome. But with this option, you can record something beforehand and then play it inside the bubble. So it would look like this. I'm going to click Dubb Narrator. It's going to take me to my video library inside of the Dubb platform. I'm going to come down here and I'm going to find the video that I want. And again, this is a pre-recorded video of me discussing something. So I'm going to select it there. There I am. I'm going to choose the shape that I want. And now I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to hit record. And I can put this on top of anything, website, document, contract. If you're still on the fence about whether you should try Dubb in your real estate business, I thought I would share with you a couple of our... And you can pause and resume, hit the save button, and now you have a clip right there as well. Now, when you're ready to combine all of these at the end, you're going to click the edit button, and it's going to merge all of the clips together into one video. And you even have an editing option right here inside the desktop app. I can hit the play button. So here I am recording. I can drag my timeline to wherever I want to start the cut. Like let's say I want to cut a part out, right? I'm going to bring it to the first cut right there. I'm going to click the scissor icon. It's going to split the clips. Now it's in two pieces. Now I'm going to drag this to the second part of the clip I want to cut right there. I'm going to select the scissors again. And now I got three pieces. Which one do I want to get rid of? Just click on the one you do, hit the trash can, and it's gone. If you want to bring everything back, just click the undo, undo, undo buttons, and you are all the way back to the beginning. We also have a button here called Smart Cut that will get rid of the silences in your videos. So when you select this here, see all the pink areas? You can get rid of those for a much tighter cut if you want that. You then can download the MP4 to your computer, and you can upload this video into the Dubb platform. Now, the last recording that we have is the Dubb mobile app. And the mobile app's fantastic because it really gives you a different feel on the style that we're talking about. So if you do a lot of screen recordings that you just saw or webcam stuff that we looked at earlier, this is a nice kind of switch up and variety in terms of how you record. So let's see what this looks like. So I'm going to click share here, and this is how you would record with the Dubb mobile app. So once you have it on your phone, you're going to open it up here. Here's the home area here. You're going to select the blue camera icon at the bottom. That's going to open up your camera. Now, once it's open, you're going to notice a few things. One is it's defaulted for 1 minute when you first open the app. You can set specific times. I always slide mine to 10 because you can't make a video longer than 10 minutes on the mobile app, and I'm not going to do that anyway. So I'm going to slide it over to 10. That way, when I hit record, I'm not worried about getting cut off. To record, I'm going to tap the circle at the bottom. Now I am recording. Timer's going up here, timer's going to the bottom. I'm going to tap the circle again, and there is the clip that I have just recorded. And this clip has been automatically downloaded to my phone. So I have it in my photo video area if I need it. I'm going to hit record one more time by clicking the circle at the bottom. Okay, here it is. Timer here, timer here. Tap it again. There is the second clip. Now I have two clips. And I can physically move these clips around. So just like we saw with the desktop app, I don't have to record chronologically. I can do the end first, the middle, whatever I want. So I'm going to grab my finger, I'm going to hold a clip, tap it, and slide it so I can change the order. You also can tap a clip individually. So when I do this, I'm going to tap it here. I can delete, trim, or edit. And when I select the edit button, I can add royalty-free music. We have a whole library. I could do a voiceover if I wanted to. I could speed up the action. I could even add text on the screen if I wanted to. In the context of a real estate agent, if you're doing a property walkthrough and there's a lot of construction going on, do a voiceover. Or you can do a voiceover at the end. If you're getting a nice clip of the backyard or a hallway, speed up the action. It's like a little filler clip in between what you're doing. Also, when you're in real estate, each clip could be a different part of the property. First clip's the kitchen, next one's the backyard, all that stuff. Now, outside of real estate, whether you're in insurance, mortgage, coaching, consulting, whatever it is, think about the clips as storytelling. It's different things that you want to show, and you don't have to do it all at once. That's what's nice about clip recording. You can do the opening, talk about something, do the visuals, and you're all good. Now, these option over here to the right, this top one over here is going to show what's in front of you. This option right here is a countdown timer, either 3 or 10. I think 3 seconds works good because it matches everywhere else in Dubb. Everywhere else is 3, 2, 1. And I think it's just enough time to get ready. You can use the 10-second one if you ever had a wireless mic and you're recording something and maybe the phone's a little further away. This one right here is the teleprompter, probably one of our best ones. If you select this one here, it's going to open up. Just like we did before, we're going to click into the area at the top. We're going to find our script. So let's let's do this one right here. This is the speed between 1 and 10, right? Auto scroll, like we talked about with the other teleprompters. You can hit the play button here, see if you like that speed. You also can select the pencil icon. So if you want to do any real-time changes, you can edit this on the fly and save it. Also, when you're recording, you obviously have to keep your eyes up towards the camera. If they're fluttering down here and staying down here, use these guardrails, slide them up. And now, as you can see, there's nothing to read down here. I got to keep my eyes towards the camera. So if it was ever an issue, that's kind of an easy solve. You can also, excuse me, increase the speed as well. Now, if you have an iPhone, here's an option. Right over here to the right, select the gear icon, select auto track, and now this is voice recognition. So it's going to highlight as I read it. Confessions of a Sales Pro number 395. Very early on in sales, I used to think silence meant trouble. And as you can see, it kind of goes at my own pace. So if you do have an iPhone, that is a selection for iPhone that you can do. To close the teleprompter, you can tap the X to the top right, and that will close it. Now, let's just say you have a video on your phone that you recorded outside of the app, but you want to make it part of the story here. You can select the folder icon here. It'll bring you to your photo video area, find the video that you want, and it'll say add clips. You click yes, and it will drop the clip right down in here, and then you can physically move it wherever you want to. If you want to record what's on your screen, this button. If you want to use filters, this button right here. Filters is black and white, skin smoothing, different kind of color effects that you can do. You can even do something like this, kind of more on the fun line of things if you want to do that. And this one right here is picture in picture. This is what I showed in the beginning. So this is going to use both cameras on your phone. And obviously, real estate folks love it for property walkthroughs. But again, any other industry, if you want to show what's in front of you and be on the screen as well, this works really good. So select this button right here. I'm going to hit record. I'm going to hit record now. And now you can see it's showing what's in front of me. I can zoom myself in on me, make myself bigger. I can move out of the way. I can zoom into what I'm showing and back up. A lot of really neat options in terms of what you can do with this. You also have down here the virtual background. So a lot like we saw in the beginning with the webcam, how you can have something behind you, person's profile, property and real estate, contract, an article you want to share, anyone else's stuff behind you. This is great for this. So screenshot that stuff on your phone, go here, and then, excuse me, it'll take you to your photo video area. Select the photo that you want to put it behind you, and you got it right there. And then you can just frame it the way you want to frame it, just like that. And when you're done and you're ready to combine all of these video clips into one video, like we did with the desktop app, select the blue camera icon to the top right. That's going to merge everything together. And you're going to have a finished copy on your phone of the finished video. And then all you have to do is select the blue upload button, and that will save it into the Dubb platform. You even can add burned in subtitles at this point as well. So those are the different use cases. Those are the different tech that you would use for them. Now, when you save that video into Dubb, it's important to know what you get on the video edit page. So when you save a video into Dubb, it's going to take you to a page that looks just like this right in here. Here's the video we recorded, and you can do some editing right inside the Dubb platform. So whatever video you have saved into Dubb, click the editing tab. You can again hit the play button. Hi, Rob, this is. You can drag your timeline like we did before. Just click the scissor icon when you're ready to split the clip. Drag it further again like we did before. Split the clip with the scissor icon again. You got three pieces. Whatever's highlighted in orange, that's one you want to get rid of. Trash can, gone. And again, to undo this, undo, undo, undo. If you ever chop up a video too much and you want the original, don't click the save button down here. Just go to the top, download the MP4 version of the video, because again, every Dubb video has an MP4 version. Just download it, replace it, and then click save, and you're totally fine. We also have analytics on these videos, like I mentioned. See how it says under activity, no activity yet? Well, when you select this over here, you can get a lot of information. Are people clicking on the buttons on the pages? Are they opening the email? Are they watching the video? And if they are watching the video, what is the watch rate? 0, 50, 100. What is it? We also have an AI coach in here called Kyra that's going to give you feedback on your visual content, your content itself, what you're actually saying in the video. It's also going to break down your cadence. Are you being repetitive? How about filler words? Do you have any things in there? Your positivity, your persuasiveness. All of this will be taken into account. What's great about Kyra is once you're done doing the video, this feedback is pretty immediate and also it's non-biased. It's going to say, hey, listen, this is some things here you want to think about. There are some things with grains of salt, excuse me, like in sales, we do have to be kind of repetitive sometimes to hammer home a point. So, like here it says content feedback, script tightening, filler words, empathy and positivity, jargon, opening hook. It also gives you visual feedback right here. Sometimes I might say, oh, be more towards the center. You might choose to put your bubble off to the right, so that's more strategic. But this is nice to have in terms of feedback. So this is what this looks like. You record a video in the ways we talked about. You get it on a customized landing page called a preset that we showed earlier right here that we talked about. And you want to have presets for different segments of your audience. Now, Dubb also plays really well with CRMs and third-party senders. So if you do have something that you use, like a HubSpot, a Salesforce, a Go High Level, a Follow Up Boss, a Lofty, whatever it is, keep your workflows totally fine. To keep the workflows you got, just add video in, and that's all you have to do. You also can use Dubb as a CRM, obviously, as well. You can come over here, upload your contacts with a CSV file. You can do tasks, deals, tags. We have automation available, which is something Darius teaches as part of our Pro Plus plan, where you can do drip sequences and automations. But also within our regular plans, you can do campaigns, bulk email and SMS at the same time. Now, within the dashboard here, we also have our AI assistant, Ira, right here in the middle. And what we think makes this pretty unique is we have a profile feature with this AI writing assistant. So if you select this here, you can create multiple profiles. So like we talked about with the landing pages, how you wanted to have a preset landing page for buyers and sellers in real estate, employers and, candidates in recruitment, as long as there's that split in your audience, you can do the same thing with the profiles. So I can say, hey, buyer seller profiles. I'm going to create my seller profile and my buyer profile. How do I do that? I click create, and then I start answering questions that the AI writer has. So the AI writer can learn about the audience, learn about the preferred tone of communication you want with that certain segment of your audience. You even can add the have method, which is a writing structure down here. The H stands for the hook your audience, A is address their needs, V is provide value, and E is extend a compelling call to action. So if you would like that structure, every time you write something, just select it and it will happen every time. So you just choose, okay, am I working on my buyer outreach or my seller outreach today? Or whatever industry you're in, what segment of your audience? Select the one that you want, right? Come down here to the prompts. We're all used to doing this. Select a prompt. I'll say on why video is the best for sales outreach. And then just all you have to do is choose your length, hit submit, and then it's going to get kicked back to you down here, the copy. And when the copy does, you're going to have the ability to have this read back in an AI voice if you just want to hear it previewed. You also can copy it to a clipboard. You can import it directly to scripts, and this is something we do all the time, is that we'll have the script, we'll save it into Dubb, we'll load it into a teleprompter, and we'll actually record the videos. This saves us a lot of time. You also can import this to a voice video. So technically, if you didn't want to be on camera that day, and you didn't want to use your voice either, you could upload a photo over here to the right, select an AI voice down here at the bottom, and when you send this video out, it would be the image that you sent, the animated GIF, and a little waveform that would just repeat across the screen. Almost looks like an animated voicemail. And then lastly, over here to the right, you have avatars. So if you do want to use an avatar with your content, you can go down here. We have a full library that you can choose from. You also can create your own and then select the voice that you want right up here at the top. It takes a little bit of time to create the asset, but once it's created, you can download it, use it in email campaigns. You can also use them for screen recorders, whether it's administrative or educational. This would be an example. So the Dubb desktop app that we saw earlier, remember when I used it for Dubb Narrator, the pre-recorded version of myself? Well, you can also do that with the AI. So I just go to my video library. I'm going to put narrator in like I did before. But this time, I'm going to find in here Ava the avatar, who I wrote a script for. It's just slightly different. It's similar to the one that I did, but it's a little different. And once I find her video, I'm going to put her on the page instead of myself. So there's Ava right there. I'm going to change her shape to a square because that's the shape we want. Make her a little bit smaller, put it right in the middle. And now all the same rules apply. I'm going to hit record. And now Ava is going to walk through this market update for someone.
Hi there. I saw you were checking out some properties in the area and wanted to send you this market update so you can make the best decision possible. As you can see, there is a ton of useful information here.
And you can pause and resume and all that great stuff. So you do have that as an option. So it depends on how you want to use the AI in more of a supportive role, more leading, or what parts really would make most sense for you. So that's a look at the platform. Those are the basics. Those are how the tech relates to each specific use case. Uriel, I'm going to pass back over here to you because we talked at the top. Any comments or anything on your mind, you can comment in the chat, or if you'd like to, you can open your mic up again if you want to. But there were some very specific real estate examples in there. So when you do watch this back on YouTube support, just go to those particular points and it'll show you how to do it. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yes, definitely.
Okay.
It's
Well,
a
any
good.
thoughts? Any questions?
No, well, to me, it's a lot of information in a very short time.
Yes.
So I probably have to digest more the
Yes.
information and be able to work with.
Hmm.
which is very interesting.
Yeah, but for you, is it mostly buyers? And well, who's kind of your audience? Buyers, sellers? Who are they really?
Right now, buyers, I have few sellers,
Okay.
but right now it's buyers.
Okay. And then I would focus on it. And the buyers, how do they come to you? Are they on like all of a sudden you get a notification that someone's interested, or how do you get a lead?
Right now, at this particular time, I'm getting them from my circle of influence.
Okay.
So I'm getting referrals right now from
Okay.
them.
Great. So I think, using Dubb for that, a nice screen recording video with a market update is great. Any of those screen recording things that we talked about, I think those are always good. And then, for someone, looking to buy, obviously a breakdown of what, maybe your favorite kind of properties in the area, breakdown of things like that. Some interesting information. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
Usually, what I do is I give them a preview of what they have to do, like steps before they get into looking into a property. Like
Hmm.
I tell them, well, you need to find out how much you can afford.
Yep.
So you gotta either if you have if you prefer a bank or a mortgage lender, I'll be glad to provide the information for you. But they have to do an application, get a pre-approval, and then if they want to move forward, then once they get the pre-approval, I know exactly how much they can afford, and I shop around in the MLS for properties that are in the location that they want and the price that they want and what they want. 3 bedroom, 2 bath, 2 car garage,
Yep.
pool is optional. So then I take them to to shop around.
You can always do the for the visuals. You could always do if it's a one, two, three step kind of thing. You could do one clip where you're showing the first step with a visual. Second
Mhm.
clip is number two. So you can do some pretty cool creative stuff like breaking it up into those three steps, but
That's
there are
correct.
three different shots. So
That'll
you
be
can do
fun.
that. Yeah. And if you want to, here's an email address. It's called feedback@Dubb. So as you're playing with the software, if you want to send us over an example, feel free to send one over and we can always give you feedback if you'd like.
No, okay. Awesome. Thank
Great.
you.
Well, it was good meeting you, Uriel. Thanks for coming in here. And again, the training hopefully be on there later today, but if not, definitely by tomorrow so you can review it and go back over it.
Okay. Let me ask you something. Right now, I have how many days before the price is hidden?
Well, when you're on the free trial, it's a 7-day free trial.
A
And
7 day.
yeah,
Okay.
we can always extend it if you need to. You can always message support and say, hey, got to get a little more time. If not, and you're ready to go, just click the upgrade button inside the Dubb dashboard in your dashboard. And then you would just choose between Pro and Pro Plus, and then whatever if you want to go monthly or yearly.
Okay. What I want to do is I like to do some basic training
Hmm.
only because I really don't want to get too sophisticated.
Sure.
I'm not that tech savvy, so I got to do something really simple that I can maneuver.
Hmm.
Like you said, well, I can do just give him the first steps, second steps, and third steps, and
Yeah. Yeah.
just do it. Okay.
Yeah, and you can even, you know how I held the phone up? Remember when I was holding the phone up?
Right. Uh-huh.
Same. You could do your steps. You could write on here, your step,
Okay.
and
Okay.
that could just be you talking about it. And then have a video that shows that, and then have another screen recording video that plays after it in the playlist of you
Mhm.
in the bubble walking someone through something.
Oh, okay.
So that 1-2 punch right there.
That's all.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, you're
Thank
very
you for your
welcome. And like I
suggestion.
said, record one, send it over to feedback if it's totally recommend to do it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if you want to.
Awesome. Okay.
Cool. Good
Thank you,
meeting you,
sir.
Ariel. You're welcome.
Nice meeting you.
Good meeting you as well. And then Jessica, I saw you come in when you weren't here at the top, but I saw you were in here now. How are you, Jessica? Can you hear me okay? You can say hi if you want to. I believe you're returning, I think. Your name looks familiar, but sometimes after a while, a lot of names look familiar. But if you want to say hi, Jessica, you can. If not, you can say hi in the chat if you want to do that. And if you have any questions, let me know. Let's see. As always, let's see. Dwayne, welcome back as always. Dwayne, if you have any questions, let me know as well. And anybody, anything before we go? Anything on anyone's mind on this holiday Monday? Anybody? Okay. Well, everyone, thank you so much for coming in. We appreciate it. Happy Memorial Day to folks here in the US. And then we'll see everyone tomorrow to come back into the training. Take care, everybody. Have a rest of your Monday.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.